Have you ever felt your heart race uncontrollably, your breath growing shallow, and your thoughts spinning into a whirlwind of fear and doubt? It's as though you're losing control, and the more you try to stop it, the worse it becomes. Panic attacks can feel like an overwhelming storm, and if you've ever experienced them, you're not alone. Thousands of people struggle with this silent battle every day, but what if there's a way to face this fear head-on and, instead of running from it, you learn to embrace the storm, letting it pass naturally? In this video, we'll walk through the journey of one person who overcame years of debilitating panic attacks. We'll explore the steps that help them regain control through mindfulness and meditation, steps that can help you too. If you're ready to take a step toward finding peace, let's begin. For many years, I lived under the shadow of panic attacks. It started slowly. Moments of mild anxiety would creep in during stressful times. I brushed them off, thinking they were just temporary responses to life's challenges. But as time passed, the anxiety intensified. It wasn't just during stressful moments anymore. The attacks would come suddenly, without warning, gripping my chest and filling my mind with an overwhelming sense of dread. I remember clearly, there was a day when I was in the grocery store. Out of nowhere, my vision blurred, my heart pounded so hard I thought it would burst, and I felt like I was going to faint. People around me were going about their day as if nothing was wrong. But inside, I was drowning. It felt like I had no control over my own body or mind. I tried everything: deep breathing, positive thinking, even medication. But nothing seemed to work. In fact, the harder I tried to control the panic, the worse it became. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into years. My panic attacks grew stronger. Every time one would hit, I feared that this would be the one that broke me. I became afraid of leaving the house, afraid of any situation where I might feel trapped. I was living in constant fear of fear itself. But then, something changed. I discovered a way to face these feelings, not by fighting or resisting, but by embracing them. The turning point came when I began exploring mindfulness. At first, the concept seemed too simple. How could sitting still and focusing on my breath really help with the chaos in my mind? But as I started to practice mindfulness regularly, something began to shift. Instead of trying to avoid or control my panic attacks, I began to observe them. I learned to stay present with the uncomfortable sensations, noticing the racing heart, the shortness of breath, and the dizziness, without judgment. Mindfulness isn't about trying to stop the panic. It's about allowing yourself to feel it fully, without resistance. It's about observing your thoughts and sensations from a place of calm awareness. Slowly, as I practiced this, I realized something powerful: the panic had no real power over me. Yes, it was uncomfortable, and yes, it was scary, but it was temporary. By staying present, by noticing my breath and my body, I could anchor myself in the moment. The fear would rise, but just as naturally, it would also pass. It didn't happen overnight, but as I continued to practice mindfulness, my panic attacks began to lose their grip on me. They still came, but I no longer feared them. Instead of being overwhelmed by the storm, I learned to let the storm pass. Through mindfulness, I found a calm space within myself, one that panic could never reach. If you're struggling with panic attacks, here are 3 practical steps that can help you manage and reduce their intensity. Step 1. Breath awareness. One of the simplest but most effective tools is breath awareness. When you feel a panic attack coming on, your breath often becomes shallow and rapid, which only increases your anxiety. Instead, focus on slowing your breath. Inhale deeply for a count of 4, hold for 4, and then exhale slowly for another count of 4. As you do this, focus entirely on your breath. Notice the cool air as it enters your nose, and the warmth as you exhale. This practice brings you back to the present moment and helps interrupt the cycle of panic. Step 2. Body scanning. Another effective technique is body scanning. This involves shifting your attention away from your racing thoughts and toward the physical sensations in your body. Start by focusing on your toes and gradually move your awareness up through your legs, stomach, chest, arms, and head. As you move through each part of your body, notice any tension or discomfort. Don't try to change it, just acknowledge it, and breathe into those areas. This not only grounds you in your body but also helps release the tension that often accompanies panic. Step 3. Letting go of control. Perhaps the hardest but most transformative step is learning to let go of control. Panic often stems from the fear of losing control. But the truth is, trying to control everything only makes the panic worse. Instead of fighting the panic, allow yourself to experience it fully. Notice how it feels in your body, observe the sensations without judgment, and trust that it will pass. The more you let go, the more the panic loses its hold on you. Remember, you don't have to control everything to be okay. Panic attacks may feel powerful, but they don't define you. They are like passing clouds in the sky, they come and go, but they are not permanent. With mindfulness, breath awareness, and body scanning, you can find calm in the middle of the storm. Remember, it's not about eliminating the panic but about learning to observe it without judgment. With time and practice, you'll find that you have more control than you ever thought possible. You are not alone in this journey. Countless others have walked this path, and many have found peace on the other side. These techniques can help you find calm amidst the chaos and regain control over your life. The next time a panic attack hits, try these steps. Give yourself grace, and remember that progress is possible, one step at a time. Thank you for joining me on this journey toward overcoming panic attacks through mindfulness and meditation. Remember, peace is not the absence of chaos but the ability to remain calm within it. Every step you take toward mindful awareness brings you closer to the calm and control you seek. If this video has helped you or inspired you in any way, please consider subscribing to this channel. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable content focused on mindfulness, mental health, and motivation. Don't forget to like the video and leave a comment below sharing your own experiences with panic and anxiety. Together, we can build a community of healing and support. Stay mindful, stay calm, and remember, you are always in control of how you respond, even when life feels overwhelming.